from the Forbidden Blender.
It is dark in my room, but it is warm. Father says that without men like him, everyone would be in the dark, blind and scared. I am not scared of the dark. It is calm. I hear noises at night. They excite me. What could it be? Who could it be? I am very lonely here in my room. I would enjoy a friend. I have asked Father many times, but the face Father makes is not a smile. After, my skin is red and puckered from the burns he gives me. When I cry, I make no sound. I am silent as I taste the salty tears that fall down my face. It is difficult to know the mind of Father. He says he loves me one moment, then casts me down the next. I prayed for his love once, taking any punishment he said I deserved. For not memorizing the books he gave me, for not writing the beautiful poetry he can write, for not being what he wanted. Now I simply pray for his mercy. Whether for love or mercy, however, my prayers go unanswered. Sometimes, when Father is away, I will steal up the stairs and gaze out the window. Such sights I see. Birds, how they flash and swerve about. So many colors. Their squawking makes me laugh. It sounds so like complaining. What do they grow tired of, flying in the sky, free and soaring? They are not confined to the dark, away from the sun. They don't fret and fear of Father's return. They are themselves, natural, wild, and unafraid. Some nights, I dream I am a bird. Father says I cannot dream, but I can. I spread my wings of gold and ride the wind. I fly so fast, the mountains and the trees turn to blurs of stone and leaves. But then a bolt of lightning strikes me and I am myself again. Falling so fast. I awake screaming. I will never be so lonely as to wish the lightning for my friend. It frightens me. One day, Father decided to show me a kindness. He presented me with a shape covered in cloth. When he set it down in front of me, it began chirping. Trying to contain my excitement, I pulled off the covering to reveal a cage containing a bird. I was sternly told it was to be under my care. I named it Elijah. I found the name in a book Father had tossed in the fire years before. I loved Elijah. He made music and kept me company in the dark. Every morning I woke to his beautiful music. I found some measure of peace in the time I cared for Elijah. One morning, I woke to silence. Elijah's cage was empty. I turned my quarters upside down, searching for him, calling his name. There were no windows in my chamber. He could not have flown away. Yet he was gone. I asked Father if he had Elijah, but he said no. He said I must have been careless and left his cage open. I pleaded with him to return Elijah to me. I knew he had taken him. My persistence was met with a hard slap. I persisted no more, but I did not apologize to Father. I cried myself to sleep at the loss of my friend. A few days later, after a horrible storm had stolen sleep from me, Father woke me before the sun. He said he had a gift for me. I was weary from the lack of rest, but excited nonetheless. He presented me with a package. I heard chirping from inside. The noises were unmistakable. Elijah! I tore at the wrapping and opened the flaps. A flurry of feathers flitted out of the box. He flew around the room, eventually landing in my outstretched palms. I stared at him as he stretched his wings. He was different. His wings weren't the same size. His feathers were discolored, muted. His eyes were blank and gray. He looked wrong. Worst of all, looking closely under his mishmash of feathers, I could see stitching. The same stitching I saw on my face when I looked at my reflection in the water of the bucket I wash with every morning. Elijah was right. Now he is wrong. Was I once right? Was I someone else before I was me? I grabbed Father as I screamed at him. "What have you done, Father? What have you done?" I could feel Father's soft bones snap in my grip. He started to speak, but my rage was stronger than my thirst for the truth. I put my hand over his mouth to keep his evil words stuck inside. The light from Father's eyes is gone. I did not mean to. I did not mean to. He may have hated me, but he still fed me, clothed me, and gave me shelter. He was all I had ever known. Desperate to get out, I took the key from Father's pocket and unlocked the door up the stairs. Elijah followed, chirping. My bare feet felt nice on the carpet. I was never allowed upstairs without Father. I was about to leave this place, flee and never return. But then I saw the stairs. They led up to the second floor. I had never been up there before. It was forbidden. I stood at the foot of the stairs, staring upwards. I looked at the large wooden door of the entrance, then back at the stairs leading up. I started my ascent. At the top of the stairs was a long hallway to my left. At the end of it, I could see a large metal door with light peeking out from underneath it. Elijah's chirping took on a frightened tone. I grabbed the long, thin handle and turned it. The large door opened wide. There was light everywhere, hanging bulbs of light. They illuminated every corner. Sparking machinery was spread throughout the chamber. Thin strands of material covered the floor. They ran from all the machines to the center of the room. In that center sat a large tank of water. I approached it cautiously. The water was murky. I could not see inside it. Father did many things here, in this room. Dangerous things, he said. I slowly reached out and touched a finger to the glass of the tank. It felt warm to the touch. I tapped on the glass. Small ripples moved throughout the water, but it remained cloudy. My curiosity had run out, and I wanted to be gone. I turned to leave, but tripped over the many strands crisscrossed on the floor. Reaching out to grab anything to halt my fall, my hand landed on a small panel of switches and knobs. Regaining my footing, I looked up to see the water in the tank bubbling. The water cleared. I stared at its contents. It looked like a man. Almost. It was large, larger than I or Father. Much larger. Dark, stringy hair bobbed about its head as it lay suspended. Its eyes were closed, its chest motionless. It was not breathing. Claws, like the ones large animals had in the books Father would give me, glistened at the end of giant, powerful-looking arms. Its mouth seemed crowded by large, dangerous-looking teeth. Then I saw it. I had to press my face closely against the glass and strain my eyes, but I saw it. It was more subtle or intricate than mine or Elijah's. Stitching. I fled. I turned around, grabbed the handle, threw open the door, and flew down the stairs. Elijah desperately trying to keep up. Before I ran out the main entrance, I grabbed the lamp on the mantel and smashed it onto the carpet, the freed flames sprinting about the room. From atop a hill, an hour's journey away, I could see my home burn. All my memories, Father, my room, everything I had ever known, turned to ash. That was months ago. People are frightened of my appearance, so I stay in isolation with Elijah. I hunt and fish in the woods to survive. I am not very good at either, but I need little to sustain me. A few days ago, as I passed on the outskirts of a small village, I overheard traders gossip. They said a fortnight ago, the town my old home overlooked had had the largest lightning storm anyone could remember. They also mentioned that same town started to have trouble with some sort of large animal. Some of their livestock were found gutted. They were certain it wasn't a wolf or bear. The cattle wasn't eaten, just torn apart. Torn apart by something with giant, powerful claws.